Beck Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bickelmeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, the Kohler Bortnick Team, Three Peaks Lawn Care, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Mason City, Iowa, where it is chilly, but it is at least not snowing this morning as the Kansas City Jets taking on the Mason City Mohawks for a second day. JV game here at 8:30, still awaiting the kids making their way on the ice. The JV team with a pretty strong 8-2 win yesterday. A bit of it slow start, but when all was said and done, they came away with a victory. Varsity, on the other hand, blew a 5-2 lead to lose 6-5 in a shootout. They will play at 10:30 after this JV game is over. At least that's when the scheduled start time is. We thank you for joining us right here on YouTube Live here for this season of JHN, the Jets Hockey Network. Had a chance to talk with Coach Radoslav Ilo this morning in our coaches conversation, so we'll get to that right now. First period's on the other side here on the Jets Hockey Network. So stick with us, and we'll be back with the game right after we talk to the coach. It's a coach's conversation. Joel Becker talking with Kansas City Jets JV head coach Radoslav Ilo as we move to Sunday here on our inaugural weekend in chilly Mason City. I know that that Coach was right at home. It felt like Manitoba when we got here with all the snow and everything like that. But I don't know if where you come from, this is normal in October.
That's a good question. I haven't been back home in the winter in a very long time. But yeah, probably similar. Not. I don't think snowy yet, but
yeah.
So
yesterday the JV team acquitted itself quite well. I know we had been worried about scoring this year, and it took them a while to get going. But when all was said and done, came away with the 6-goal win.
I guess good timing. Good timing to start the season. No, I was happy. I was happy with the way we played, the way we supported the puck. Yeah, the way we carry ourselves throughout the whole game, even when the score was high. I mean, I can't complain.
So, you've been doing this for a little while now. At this point, you've got to be used to the fact that every year it's a brand new slate of players. You have a few returners, but always new groups coming in. What is the feel for the team this year going in? How do you feel about your JV team? It's, you're the defending regular season champs, and hopefully you guys can continue that kind of a season.
Right. Feel better about it now than I did a few weeks ago on the first road trip. I think we're starting to buy into the system. I think we start, clicking and understanding the expectations of each player on the ice. And at the end, it's pretty simple. So it seems like boys are getting it. Boys are having fun. First road trip, always great to glue it together.
That is one advantage of having these first 2 weeks on the road is they tend to be bonding experiences.
Yeah. No, definitely. So yeah, like you said, it's every year it's pretty much the same. This year it's a little different because we have 14 new guys, so it's quite a bit of players to get moving the direction we want. But yeah, it's starting to, kids are starting to buy in. And that's all we ask. I mean, as long as you're coachable, we'll help you. So it's better now. Obviously, first few weeks are sometimes I get frustrated, but it's part of it.
Absolutely, it's part of the job. That's why all you guys end up with gray hair or no hair.
Emmer was just telling me in the lobby he's going to age up by 10 years this year, he said.
So, and that's the thing. So on the varsity side of things, kind of a frustrating outcome when all was said and done. When you're, winning by 3 goals in the third period, you don't like – I mean, they got a point, but you don't like coming away with a loss.
Yeah. I mean, it's that was frustrating. At the same time, maybe it's a good thing to get it out of the way by on the first road trip. But yeah, little hairy. The puck support wasn't there. I mean, it was just kind of spread out, and I didn't see many positive things on the ice, to be honest with you, from what I would expect from those players that play obviously junior varsity for last couple of years. So
well, and especially when when I talked to Coach Evans yesterday, he talked about this team and that they most likely you're not going to be able to rely on them scoring 8-9 goals a game, that this is more likely going to be a defensive-minded team. And in order for that to work, you have to, first of all, get good goaltending, and then you also have to have strong defense. And when you have a game in which you do manage to put up 5 goals, if that's something that you don't think you're going to do, you really got to take advantage of it. And there were some defensive breakdowns and times in that. I mean, yes, we did have to kill off 3 minutes of a major power play. That made a big difference in that time period, and so on. And I think they kind of it looked to me like they were just getting tired toward the end of the game.
Yeah, tired, or maybe too comfortable with the lead. Maybe big eyes at the end to score that empty netter. We watched a little bit of video. We've seen players turning away from the puck and not taking care of the puck. So yeah, just little breakdowns that should not happen that late in the game.
So what are you looking for today, both on the JV side and varsity?
On the JV side, I just want to keep the energy, keep building. Keep getting better each week.
Remind them that Sunday's a new game. We've seen that over the years where you come out with a great win on Saturday and are really flat on Sunday.
Well, trust me, they've been running since 7 a.m. in front of the hotel. So I hope they're up and going. And from varsity, just give it a good effort. We know what they expect. They're not gonna give it to us. So we just gotta get on the same page. I mean, we can play, old school hockey where we're spread out. It's got to be 5-man unit all over the ice. Small little chips, small little pucks, small little area plays, and tear them down. Wear them down. Put it deep and get to work.
So no Eddie Shore, Toe Blake. Instead, go with the new version. Okay. Well, it should be fun. Good luck, and we'll see you next week up in Davenport.
Thanks, Joel. Have a good
All
day.
right. That's Coach Radoslav Vila. I'm Joel Becker, and this is the Jets Hockey. And we are back live now here at the Mason City Arena in Mason City, Iowa. Joel Becker, Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. The Jets JV team acquitted themselves well yesterday, so we hopefully will have a repeat performance, although as I was talking to the coach about, you never know. On Saturday you can sometimes play well, but if you think that means that you got to coast through Sunday, you sometimes are in for a rude awakening.
No, absolutely, Joe. I agree. I'm sure Rattle's talked to the boys about that.
He said they've been running since early this morning.
He had them out at 7:10 this morning. They're supposed to be out at 7, but we had 3 boys who elected to continue sleeping.
Do they have the ability to make that election?
Well, let's put it this way, Joe. Thank God Reds did call an early morning run at the hotel, because if he didn't, at 7:40 when the bus pulled out, they wouldn't have been on it. There would have been a couple parents that would have gotten phone calls to get their kids here, because they would have still been sleeping. They were out cold when they went up to their room and opened the door.
Well, to their credit, we did get in pretty late last night.
We did get late, real late last night.
So they were eating pizza at, 11:30?
11 o'clock, 11:10. Yeah, we got back late last night, and then we had the early one this morning. But the funny thing is that there was a miscommunication on when the bus is leaving, so the varsity guys were all down in the lobby at 6:40.
Wow.
Instead of 7:40. So I came
Which
down.
is weird. They had to know the game was at 8:30.
Yeah, what happened was last night on the bus I said, we're leaving at 6:40. I didn't have the microphone on. And Emma goes, no, 7:40. I go, no, 7:40. And then when
they didn't hear.
Yeah.
Or weren't because they don't
they
listen.
elect not to listen. Yeah. That's what it comes down to. But give them their credit. It was like 90% of the varsity guys. So, but I guess they said that when they did bed checks, they got the wrong time too. So, first weekend we're learning. We're using a new thing called Signal to send messages out to the boys, and Zach's in charge of that, and so
Aha.
he's learning too.
Yep.
The curfew was on there, but the bus trip leaving wasn't. So, anyways, it's been an interesting morning so far.
So we're going to see Camden Krugel today for the first time on Sunday morning.
Right.
In the net to our left. Do we know who the man in black over there is for the Mohawks?
Is Alec again still? Alex in again.
So Dudley will start. Okay.
All right, there you go. Well, we won't say anything too bad. No, just teasing.
And it looks like Whitrock is going to get a chance to center this line to start things off.
Yeah, Whitrock's
for the
playing.
JV side.
Whitrock will be playing both today.
Yeah.
Pryor's the JV forward that's only playing varsity today. So all our swing forwards will be playing varsity today because Goody's out. So
Yeah, we had the.
and Pryor's
Major.
out. So
So we're underway.
Cal Smith got the first goal yesterday. So let's see what happens today.
And he, of course, still wearing number 15.
And he, of course, would want to guess if he was one of the boys that was still sleeping.
We have a little bit of insight as to how his jersey got left at home.
Exactly.
To go along with it. So we played 30 seconds here of the first period of play. The Jets had it in the zone, but weren't able to really do much with it. And Ignatiev will go all the way back for a skate in his own end. Up ahead for Lee. Tried to pass it in the middle for Whitrock. That was broken up, but he carries on. Brody Lee into the zone. Had it poked away. Whitrock tried to knock it down, but the Mohawks take over, and they'll head back the other direction. And Carney trying to work in. He overskated or lost it, and the Jets will dump it back in the other way. Back for it is Bieber. And sends it ahead toward Carney. That eluded him and goes back to the Jets line where it is taken by Redmond. Chase Redmond right up the middle of the ice. Gains the red line now into the zone. All the way in, a shot. And he put that one wide, high off the end boards. About 3 feet wide of the goal.
Chase had a very good game yesterday. And he's starting off today the same way. So,
now a possible odd man rush, but the Jets do a good job getting back. Redmond over there pokes it away, and it is taken by Brenneman. Now ahead, Kaufman back to Brenneman, 2-on-1 down low, and I'm not sure if he knew he had a man with him.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a great poke check, though, to get it taken away from him.
So the play broken up, and now dumped back in by Lloyd of the Mohawks. Out of the net. Krugel left it there. It was kind of a dangerous play, but now it's not cleared by the Jets. Now they do on the second try, and Cooper Scott will go back for it.
A little bit longer getting our first goal today, Joe, than we did yesterday.
Yeah, we had a 2-goal lead by now.
Yeah.
Yesterday. As the Jets and Riggs tried to work in, that was broken up again.
I think we're probably going to have little morning legs this morning. So, But even though we got them out running early in the morning outside, so you never know.
We'll see how it goes. Avery Byer tried to play it ahead. Comes back to the Jets line, taken by Ilum. Now loose puck. Will be sent off the near boards and into the Mohawks end. Nobody there for the Jets. Oh, almost picked off, but Lloyd plays it off the sideboards.
I did ask Matt about economy, and it says it's Elam.
Elam, okay. Yep. Good to know. This play is offsides, a delayed call, and the Jets clear it back out, dumped right back in by the Mohawks. So it won't take long for us to hear from people.
If we're wrong?
Yeah. I found that out as a PA player. That's a great way to find out how to pronounce somebody's name.
Right.
Is if you're a PA player and you pronounce it wrong.
Shot.
And Krugel sticks it aside, I should say, into the corner.
We got a little pushing around going out there.
Picked up by Pipe. He couldn't get it out. And the Mohawks keep it in. Rings it around to the near side corner. After for it, there's Barragan. Now Pipe again. Tries to go up that far side boards. It's knocked down. And now it's Elam. And he'll try the other side. Up the middle. Goes off the stick of Woodworth, but he lost it. And now out onto the ice is Bloom. He lost it. In on goal is shot. And that one went off a stick and ended up going wide of the goal. Good job by Elam to come back and break that play up.
Right.
Parsons with it for the Mohawks. He's taken to the boards by Arnold. Now Elam ahead. And Woodworth, he couldn't gain the zone. Good job that really all weekend long by the Mohawks of standing up at the line and breaking plays up right there.
They have.
Bloom with the puck for the Jets. He'll come up the near side. Works in on right wing. Bloom. Oh, a screen shot, but that went off the leg of Lloyd and goes wide of the goal. Now back in the net. They'll play it up ahead. And the shot by Pointland. And that was steered aside by Dudley.
Yeah, Dylan had a nice goal yesterday late in the second period.
Jets still trying to gain some offensive zone pressure here. Pointland. And the Jets can't keep it in. Back the other way, here come the Mohawks trying to work in. On goal, Peterson. And that shot steered aside by Krugel, who's taken a couple. Shots 3-1 right now, according to the scoreboard anyway, for the Mohawks. Jets and Jaden Wood. He'll play it in the middle, and the shot, Pointland, right on, fought off by Dudley. He had a big rebound in front, but nobody there. Jets keep it in, but then the pass across.
That's not a great pass, Iggy.
Well, we've seen it a couple of times. That was how they got one of their goals yesterday.
Yeah. The varsity game, that is.
But, I mean, you're hoping they're watching these things.
Yeah.
And notice that. Pointland kicks it into the corner. Now getting up after being knocked down, Lemke. Puck to the near side corner, and it's picked up by the Mohawks, and they'll play it out, and it does eventually go out to center ice. Lemke took it in, but that was cleared again, and Ignatiev with the puck. He'll weave his way through the middle. Ignatiev a shot right on, and a blocker saved by Dudley, and he covers up for a whistle. It's a long little shift that time. We didn't see a lot of whistles yesterday, but this one goes 6 minutes into the game, or at least 5:53.
We're kind of looking at yesterday's last couple minutes, and the last shift of the varsity, the forwards were out there over a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, and they got the tying goal.
We talked about that, me and Coach Elo, about the fact that toward the end of the game, it started looking like our defense especially was getting kind of tired out there.
Yeah.
And that may have been one of the reasons why we gave up 3 goals. And, killing off penalties takes a lot of energy and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, is you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
So the Jets have always been known for their conditioning.
Yeah.
And so as the year goes on, hopefully it'll improve. And a nice move trying to work in front with Riggs. He'll just play it back to Redmond at the point. Kept it in. Redmond a wrist shot. Oh, redirected in front by Whitrock. And a good save. Dudley has come up big a few times here early on in this game. He'll play it across. Now Lee with it. Tried the toe drag. That was poked away. Redmond, though, kept it in at the right point. His shot hit traffic. Pinballs to the sideboards. And it comes out to center ice. Here's Scott with it. He takes a big hit from Redmond.
Oh, they're going to call a penalty on Redmond.
There's going to be a penalty. Tripping is the call, or kneeing, excuse me. And so an early power play, and Scott looks like he was okay. He was a little slow in getting up, but he'll skate off. He was in the middle of a lot of stuff yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Both on the penalty side and receiving side. He was the one who was, if you remember, checked into the Jets board, into the bench.
Right.
So 8:03 left to go. A power play coming up here for the Mohawks in this scoreless game. We'll see how they do here on this penalty kill. Kaufman out there to take the draw with Krugel. Pipe and Elam are on defense. Comes back to the point. And the Mohawks set things up on the power play. A shot right on and a save Krugel. Goes off the sideboards. Lloyd can't knock it down. Jets and Krugel. Now Kaufman, and they do get it out to center ice. Good tenaciousness that time for the Jets to clear the zone. And it gets past Pipe, trying to work in. Oh, walking in front. Peterson a shot and a big kick save by Krugel as he got that right leg out. And just got a toe
save.
on it.
Oh, right in the middle.
Oh, and it comes right in the
nice redirect.
Yeah, and he was able to close the pads. It was going 5-hole right there.
Yep, but he was able to stop
it.
He
managed to get those put together and stop it from getting. That was the sort of thing that we saw yesterday get past guys like Cameron Moore.
Right.
And even to a degree, Bradshaw, he had a little trouble on
one of them, yeah.
So good job there. And off the face-off, Kaufman able to work ahead with it, shorthanded. He'll play it ahead for Krugel. Left wing, a shot and a glove save by Dudley, and he'll hang on. A good shorthanded opportunity for the Jets right there. Minute 18 to go in the power play, 7:21 in the period. Still scoreless early on this Sunday morning game. So the Jets change penalty killers as Lemke and Brenneman come out. Bloom will just go for a skate through the center ice area. Oh, he sent it across for Ignachev.
Well, really, I don't like when they go all the way back like that.
Yeah, I was trying to kill time because they were shorthanded, and it works fine as long as you maintain possession and then can clear it.
Right.
Because that shot was going wide, but gloved by Krugel, and he'll hang on. So Camden and Thompson, Krugel, both on the team.
But Mason City's only got
both out on the ice.
11 guys suited up in the JV game.
Yeah, as you mentioned.
Huh.
Just all 5 and 1 extra, plus the goaltender. Technically,
Right.
there's another one.
Right.
Penalty down to 54 seconds. Kept in at the point.
6 skaters.
By Wellick.
6 skaters on the bench.
And
I didn't notice that yesterday, did you?
No, I wasn't paying attention to how
Neither
many.
was I, yeah.
So I don't know if it's different. Could be Sunday morning. Maybe everybody's at church or something.
More guys rested for the varsity game, I guess.
Could be. Puck sent the length of the ice. Half a minute to go in the power play. Back for it is Bieber. Now the Jets take over. They play it right in the middle, but nobody there. And the Mohawks clear it, but it goes back to the line in Bloom. He looks for a lane and will lift it. And it goes down into the Mohawk end with 13 seconds to go in the power play. They try to work in. Peterson with the puck. It's played behind the net. Jets break it up, but they can't clear it. Penalty just about over, and Jets cleared out to center ice as they're back to 5 aside. Here's Jackson Riggs with the puck, working in toward the middle.
Riggs had 2 goals yesterday.
He'll work back in the net. I don't know if he was going to try and center it. He did have a man in front, Arnold, but couldn't get the puck to him. Now from the far corner in the middle, Redmond on his backhand sends it back, and a shot goes wide, rebound side of the net, and Arnold couldn't get that in front. Now,
it was there.
I don't know if it was because he went wide or if he was actually.
No, I think he went wide, but Woodworth was right there. He just didn't have his stick down.
Well, he actually got a stick on it.
But it looked like his stick was painted towards the.
Well, that was the thing.
Towards the ceiling.
He redirected it wide of the goal. Even wider of the goal.
Yeah.
Arnold with the puck. He left it for Redmond, who makes a move and will work into the zone. Straight away at Redmond on his backhand. We'll go into the corner with it. Mohawks play it up the boards, and the puck is loose, and it comes out to center ice.
I got a penalty here.
Yeah, Woodworth, it's a hook by Woodworth. I was going to say he was close to doing it, and he did, in fact, get nailed for it, so the Jets are going to go straight back on the penalty kill after killing off the first one.
They got the same crew as yesterday, officials. Same 3. I noticed.
Interesting. Wonder if we'll have the same actual guy with the bands on for the next game.
Yeah, we will.
So, Alex Woodworth off 2 minutes for hooking. Power play. Lemke got the draw back, but Doe fanning as he tried to clear it, and now Pipe gets a second try and he'll send it the length of the ice. Or excuse me, that was Elam.
Elam, yeah.
Lemke after for it. Lloyd will just play to the sideboards, and Peterson there. He'll send it rink wide. Picked up there by Berrigan. And it comes right back to the Jets, and Elam sends it out. It was knocked down by Peterson.
Yeah.
He was checked by Lemke, though, on the far boards. That play was offsides, but they didn't call it. And then it comes back out to center ice anyway. Here is Scott with the puck. He'll play it back to the point. Long shot and an easy glove save by Krugel as he saw that one all the way by Lamar Berrigan. Sorry if it's Barrigan. Barragan.
Jets not looking as strong in this first period as they did yesterday, but early morning Sunday, late Saturday night, so
and
a little expected, I guess.
They've also spent a couple of penalties in the box now.
All right.
Off the face-off, comes around far side. Lloyd kept it in. Goes back of the net. Carney tried to center it. That failed to click, and now it comes back out to the point. Scott there. He'll turn around, plays it down low. Peterson with the puck on the half boards down low to Carney. Tried to center it, hit the back of the net with the puck. He'll get it back in the corner.
So we get 2 guys covering the guy out front, and nobody's covering the corner.
Bloom picks up the loose puck, and he'll send it off the boards and down the ice. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Lloyd with the puck. Oh, it came off his stick, and then Krugel, he tried to walk in front, kind of had the puck roll off the end of his stick. And then Parsons was taken down. And here's Kaufman trying to work in. Dane into the corner. Now back of the net. Tried to pull up. Lloyd over there knocked it away from him. 15 seconds to go in the power play. And Jets shorthanded. Kaufman trying to work in with it. Kaufman has it again from Krugel. A shot right on, save by Dudley, and he hangs on. And so, yeah, like you said, they haven't had as good play as they did yesterday, but they've had some pretty good chances.
Yeah, Dudley's done a nice job so far.
So
he stopped everything we shot at him, that's for sure.
All 7. 7 shots on goal.
We didn't see 7 yesterday from the varsity till like 3 minutes left in the second period, it seemed like.
No. Whitrock will just skate all the way back with
it.
it.
See, again, I just don't like that.
Now the penalty's over.
Right.
And then he blew a tire, but he gets it into the zone. It was sent ahead by Smith, but right to a Mohawk player. Now here's Whitrock again. He's got Lee with him.
Odd man rush.
Whitrock, and a sharp angle shot hit off the stanchion off the end boards, ended up on the side back of the net. They try and work it free, but ends up on the netting, and they blow it dead. Let's see where they put the face-off. They're going to keep it in the zone, it looks like. 2:32 left to go, first period, scoreless. Jets and Mohawks. This is Jets team that won yesterday 8-2, and so far they have been kept off the scoreboard on this Sunday morning game. Off the face-off, Whitrock still working with it, got it to Lee. He couldn't walk in front, comes back out to the point. Redmond redirection.
Nice redirect.
And it went off a skate.
Cal Smith just missed that redirect. We pinched up. Okay.
Now a 2-on-1.
Oh, good play. Good play.
Good job to break up the pass across. Then the Mohawks keep it in, and Bargan, he tried to play it down low. That was broken up, and here's Lee back the other way. 2-on-2 with Whitrock. Brody Lee in the middle. A shot right on, save. And the rebound was hanging out right to the side of the crease, but Jets couldn't get a stick on it. Now Redmond again.
There's been some juicy rebounds. We just don't have somebody there to get in the position to take it.
So the puck comes loose in the middle of the ice. It's picked up by Peterson. Straight away a shot, and it went off the glove of Krugel, but well wide of the goal. Now here's Whitrock again.
He's been out there a long time.
Yes, he has. And Byer took it away from him, sent it
right
right through the middle.
They got to get it out and make a change.
So Peterson's still with it, though. And it's taken by Whitrock. And plays it behind the net. And here's Redmond. And he'll just send it down the ice. And that'll give the chance for the Jets to make a change of players as we're moving down toward the last minute of play in the first period. Avery Byer with the puck in his own zone for the Mohawks, trying to work on right wing. He played it ahead, and that play is offsides, but the linesman, I think, was screened on it and didn't actually see what happened.
I forgot to, on Point Streak, change number 37 to 50 on the sheet. Oh, well, they'll figure it out if he scores.
Maybe.
Somebody will tell him.
Since it's the same as yesterday, I don't know if it's the same people.
Different people in there.
48.5 seconds left to go in the period. There's an icing call against the Jets, so a face-off to the left of Camden Krugel, who has faced 8 shots so far in the period.
Both goalies have.
Yeah, Pipe sends it around near side.
We've played 2 men down, though.
A man down
twice, yeah. Right.
So Kaufman sends it into the zone, eventually takes Amon, or there's going to be a penalty. It took Booland into the boards. And
Who
there
did?
was a collision. That was Kaufman, and he's, I believe, going to get a boarding call. But that's going to be a 2 and a 10 then. For Kaufman. So Dane's going to be gone for, if we're lucky, 12 minutes.
Right. It's a big loss.
Yeah. Referee giving an explanation to Coach Elo as to why he chose to call that the
3 penalties for the Jets, none for Mason City so far.
Yeah. Quite a difference from yesterday.
Yeah.
half a minute to go. And so for the third time in this first period, Jets will be killing a penalty that will extend into the next period if things stay the way they are. So Woodworth and Arnold out there to kill this penalty, along with Pipe and Elam, and it bounces over the stick of Scott and out to center ice. Big break for the Jets there. Now comes back and Pipe, and he will play it down the boards and down the ice. So 15 seconds to go in the period. Scott with the puck in his own end. Plays it up right wing toward the middle. It's tipped ahead. Now lead pass, looking for Barrigan. Into the corner. Down to 4 seconds left. Up toward the point. Kept in by Lloyd, but that's going to do it. The buzzer sounds. And the first period comes to a close without any goals having been scored. 0-0 is our score. So that means we don't really have a score. We'll take a break and come back for the second period right after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey on the Jets Hockey Network.
If you can skate,
you can skate.
if you can shoot,
you can shoot. If you can score,
you can score.
I'm Brian Burke, General Manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And I'm Patrick Burke, Scout for the Philadelphia Flyers. Before my brother Brennan passed away in 2010, he was the first person to fight for the rights of gay athletes in professional hockey. Since his accident, our family has fought hard to carry on his legacy and ensure that LGBT athletes around the world are afforded equal opportunity, judged only by their talent, character, and work ethic in their sport.
We're now joined by hockey players from around the world supporting my son Brennan's simple message.
If you can play,
You can play.
if you can play,
You can play.
if you can play,
You can play.
Back live here at the Mason City Arena, Mason City, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Skibona, Kansas City Jets Hockey Jets. And Mohawks scoreless after one period of play, so no highlights to show you from the first period.
Absolutely not.
Shots were even 8 apiece.
8 apiece, and we're played 5.5 minutes so far of penalties.
4.5, but yeah.
4.5, I mean, killing penalties. Yeah.
So we got another 1.5 minutes left to go.
Yep.
On the 2-minute version of. They don't have the clock set yet, so if you're wondering about the delay, that's why I had to put it up there. And so we're ready to go for the second period of play. Jets shorthanded to start things off for 1.5 minutes. And they go ahead with the face-off. Ignatyev does keep that in. And the Mohawks will try and set things up. Lloyd sends it around for Scott. He plays it toward the middle. That was picked off. And Jets can't keep it or send it out. And the puck set right through the middle. Ignatyev on the near boards. He was tied up but was able to fight through it. And now he'll work in shorthanded on the left wing. He's forced to the boards, trying to walk in front with it. Sharp angle shot, missed everything. But Bloom there to keep it in and send it back in the net. 50 seconds to go in the power play for the Mohawks as they send it off a Bloom stick and down into the zone. Oh, centering pass from his knees that time by Barrigan. But the Jets take over and send it the length of the ice.
Those are the hit the goalie. Those are the kind some time to go in. You know what I mean? We had to see yesterday, Cam, their first goal went off his hip.
Yep.
On the back side of the net. It's on the side of the net and bad angle shot, but it worked out. They went in their goal for them. It ended up being a crucial goal because we lost by 1 in a shootout.
Yeah.
All the goals were crucial yesterday, though, against us.
Turned out, yes. Redmond puts that wide of the goal. 10 seconds to go in the power play. That one's sent all the way down into the Jets' end. It's not going to go long enough for icing, but Redmond there will play at the length of the ice, and that's going to do it for the 2-minute part of Kaufman's penalty, but he'll be sitting for another 10 after the boarding call. Jets, though, full strength. And trying to walk in front.
Oh, Woodworth. Rebound again.
And
another juicy rebound. We're not ready for him.
Redmond a long shot.
Oh, ooh.
And boy, that one was
Blew the
loose.
whistle soon, too soon.
But the Jets, unfortunate there. Mohawks caught a break. They'll get an offensive faceoff, though.
Yeah, it's tough for an official. It looked like he had it covered totally. I guess you got to wait that little half a second, Joe. You tell me.
Oh, yeah. Especially in that situation where there was nobody else around.
Right.
Whitrock line out for the Jets. Smith send it down low. Now Smith again in the corner with it. He had it taken away, comes up the boards, and Amon couldn't keep it in. Back for it, Redmond in his own zone. Confident with the puck, sends it rink wide off the stick of Smith, so there's no icing. Back for it is Wellick. He takes a hit in the corner, and Whitrock after for the loose puck.
Oh, that was an elbow to the head.
That was Peterson over there who applied the check.
Didn't get that call, did we, Joe?
Nope. And back the other direction. Barrigan trying to work in. Nice little sweep check that time, though, by Micah Amon. He gets the puck in his own zone. Just plays it to an open right wing, and Brody Lee trying to go after for it. Smith got there first. He'll work from back of the net and send it up on left wing.
Was that with Scott, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Scott.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now back of the net. Carney trying to center one. Scott was there, but he was closely checked on the play. He and Redmond come together. Comes up the near side boards, and Smith got it out in the middle. Now trying to work in is Lee. Lee, a shot hit a leg, goes well wide, and the Jets are changing behind the play.
Yeah, different game today, Joe. I think we had like 4 goals and 10 shots yesterday.
Yeah.
So Dudley's done a very nice job today.
He has. He's played he's definitely a difference in the game.
Right.
Although the Jets, I think, are, to their credit, are playing a little better defensively than they were yesterday overall. They have given up some shots, but most of them haven't been, of the dangerous variety.
Right.
So an icing call here against the Mohawks. Jets will get a offensive face-off with the Lemke line out there. Lemke between Brennanman and Krugel. Off the face-off. Mohawks ring it around near side. Elam over there to keep it in at the point. Now Krugel trying to fight the puck free. And puck comes loose in front shot. And the rebound was stopped to the defense. Lemke and Krugel were both in that area.
Great rebound opportunity for the Jets. Couldn't bury it.
Jets can't clear it as Pipe was over there, but that was stopped right at the line. Now it's loose and picked up. Lemke played it ahead for Krugel, who skated right past the puck. Lemke picks it up, and then he tried to get it to Krugel, and that was broken up as well. Now Krugel finally does get the puck. He'll walk in, and a shot hit a leg and goes wide of the goal. Off the end boards, Lemke sends it down low, and Brennanman, then it came in front, and Lemke couldn't pull the trigger. Elam over on the far side pinches in. He'll come away with it, top of the circle. Walks the line now. Straight away with it, comes to the right side, try to get it to Pipe. That pass a little too hot for him to handle. Mohawks take over and they clear it over the glass and out of play. In the NHL, that would have been delay of game.
Penalty, yep.
But not here. So 10:07 left to go. In this second period, still scoreless. Had 10 goals yesterday in this game, in the JV game. None so far today. Woodworth on the faceoff, comes back to Bloom at the left point. He'll walk the line, try to send it down low. He's looking for Ignachev, then it comes in front. Woodworth, a shot, and I don't know how much Alec Dudley saw that, but managed to get a pad on
save.
it. Yeah, one way or another. Arnold, he'll work it on right wing. Now in toward the corner. Had it poked away. Lloyd brings it around near side. Bloom over there to knock it down. Had a little trouble with the bouncing puck. Byer getting in his way. It comes down into the near corner. They try to center it. Arnold, and a shot, another save, another big rebound, but nobody there for the Jets. Now it's set down low by Riggs.
Oh,
Arnold
was right in front.
Arnold couldn't get a stick on it. Actually, I think he may have touched it with his stick, but he couldn't get possession of it anyway.
Couldn't get it control to make a nice shot on it.
Ignachev back of the goal. Now it comes loose. They try to center it again. Arnold was standing in front, but they couldn't get him the puck, as that was blocked by Lloyd. Now it comes loose in front. Arnold, and again.
There's a tripping penalty.
And the Jets looks like they're going to go on the power play for the first time.
Play, yeah.
9 minutes left to go in the second period. So we're not quite halfway through the game, and the Jets will have their first power play. The Mohawks are 0 for 3 so far.
I think we were 1 for 2 yesterday, Joe, if I remember right, in the JV.
Sounds about right. So Lloyd goes off. Whitrock.
They must have lost another skater.
Yeah,
they only got 8.
Well, one of them's in the box.
They had 9. They had 11.
They have 10 if you count the guy in the box now. Bloom sends it across. Whitrock in the middle. Brody Lee, a shot and a save by Dudley, and he hangs on. Lee with a very good look between the hash marks.
I don't know where you get 10. I only count 9. You count the goalie. That's 10.
No, there's 4 sitting on the bench, 1 in the box.
And 4 on the ice. That's 9.
Oh, that's right. They don't have 5 on the ice.
That's 9.
All right, 10 with the goalie.
I know my math ain't that good, Joe, but I think it's a little bit better than yours just there.
So Smith. Yeah, I forgot they were shorthanded.
Yeah.
Here's Bloom with the puck. Play it ahead, goes off the skate of Whitrock, and back the other way. Barr again. He really couldn't get good possession, so he couldn't get much speed going, and Bloom comes over and takes the puck away.
Brody Lee had a great scoring opportunity. What a nice save by Dudley. He's having a game right now.
So far, Bloom will work in on right wing, It was poked away from him by Peterson, but dumped in back of the net. Now comes to the near corner, Ignachev, who's playing up front during this power play. He'll ring it around half boards for Whitrock.
Oh, that should be, wow.
Took a pretty good hit.
They don't call a penalty there?
And then another one, as he was thrown into the boards that time. Centering pass, but that went off a leg and went on goal. And
how do they call the boarding on
I was just
Kaufman
say,
and don't call that one?
Twice. I mean, the first one was a hard hit. The other one was a throw, which is specifically what boarding is, to be thrown into the board.
Right. Yeah, I don't get that.
So, obviously, the Jets playing this power play without Kaufman, who's in the box, serving his misconduct, which is automatic with a boarding call. Krugel on left wing. He just skated right past the puck, which he's done a few times today.
Yeah.
And now it's played up the boards, but Redmond kept it into the left point. Left it for Krugel, top of the circle, trying to walk in. He tried to center it to Lee, but that pass was too far in front of him. Picked off by the Mohawks and sent the length of the ice.
Ooh.
Under half a minute to go in the power play. Redmond up ahead on right wing. Jets work in. Pulling up is Lee. Trying to make a play here from the sideboards. Goes back to the net. Man all over him, takes him to the boards, but still Lee has the puck. Now he'll walk in front. A shot that hit traffic.
Yeah, and he gets a rebound. He scores. Finally
shot,
capitalized on a rebound.
The original shot had hit a defensive player.
I thought Dudley hit the defensive guy.
Yeah, but it ended up coming right back to him. So we'll take a look here. This is all Brody Lee.
This is all him, yeah.
Because he ends up going back of the net and all the way around in the front. So he gets pushed toward the boards, but he comes away with it, still walks out in front.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the original shot, and it hits the defenseman, but it comes right back to him. And because of that, the goaltender was a bit out of position.
Right.
And that allowed him to get the power play goal and give the Jets their 1-0 lead.
And kind of an awkward shot by Lee, too, but he got enough on it just to squeak it by.
Well, the puck was kind of bouncing on him.
Yep.
After the deflection.
Right.
And so under 7 minutes now left to go in the second period, just past the halfway point of the game. The Jets strike first, leading 1-0. Power play goal for Kansas City on their first power play of the game. Now trying to work in Scott. His shot was blocked. And the rebound, oh boy.
Ooh. Pipe almost scored that one.
I was going to say he redirected it on his own goaltender, which sometimes happens.
Yep.
And the Jets will dump it in.
Krugel was ready for it, though.
Yeah. Lemke, he couldn't pick up the puck. Peterson gets it off the boards but not out. Pipe kept that one in. And now it's going to be Wellick going after for the loose puck. It bounces out to center ice and Elam there. Eric near his own line, plays it up ahead, looking on right wing. And Wood, he'll get to it off the stick of Lloyd, and then he just played it back to an open point, and Peterson able to get it out to center.
Open point that wasn't there.
Pipe. Well, the only guy there had a white jersey on.
Right, there was somebody there, yeah, white.
Lemke couldn't, well, knocked it down but couldn't get possession. Lifted out to center. Lloyd back for it. Play it up ahead. Kicked ahead by Elam, but that play would have been offside, so the Jets back off. And now Elam near the line. Plays it up ahead into the Mohawk zone. Long rink-wide pass. Trying to walk
committed.
in. And gets back. A shot was going wide there off the stick of Beyer. And Krugel did get a piece of it, although I don't think it was going to go on net anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, we got a little breakaway.
And Riggs trying to go back the other way. Has a man with him. Riggs, an Angola shot.
A little high.
Yeah, and ends up going out of play.
But Dylan's got to skate up harder than that. He's got to give him somebody to pass to. He was way behind him.
Yeah. It was 2-on-2.
Late shift for Dylan, too. A little tired.
So we'll get a face-off to the left of Alec Dudley. Woodworth out to take the draw. Puck is loose in the middle of the circle. And now it's Riggs with it. Off the half boards down low.
Lost a stick.
That was the Mohawk player, who lost his stick. Comes around to the near side. And Arnold did a good job of keeping it away, but then the Mohawks take over and it's shipped ahead. And trying to work in is Beyer. He was taken to the boards by Ignatyev. He took a hit.
Got
the puck ahead.
No call.
And now here's Ignatyev again, picking up the puck and working in on left wing.
Beyer on him. The big guy. Oh, he's got him.
Into Woodworth.
Good defensive play by Mason City.
Yeah, it took a little too long to take the shot.
Yeah.
And then the stick-on-stick block. Ignatyev will send it cross corner, and it's picked up by Scott, and he'll work back the other way. His pass was knocked down by Ignatyev, goes into the Jets' end, though. Ignatyev managed to clear it back out, and Bieber with the puck. Now here's Bloom. He pulls up at the left point. It's poked ahead by Riggs. Bloom got a stick on it, trying to work forward with it. Bow into the behind the net area. Lloyd picks up the loose puck and rings it around.
Riggs got literally manhandled. No call.
Brody Lee over there, able to get the puck away from Peterson. Comes back to Bieber at his own line. Back up ahead on right wing for Peterson. And a good job by Redmond to break that play up. Long shot wide by Carney, and it went off the pad of Krugel. And now the Jets pick up.
Got a break
Lee,
there.
Trying to go with speed around Lloyd. Does get around him, in on goal across.
Oh!
Smith was right there.
He missed it.
And he fanned on it. He didn't miss it. He actually did touch it.
Right, I mean, touch it, but I mean, he missed a great opportunity is what I meant to say.
Fanned on the shot. Whitrock with it, though. He'll work from behind the net. Pulls up in the corner, looking to center it. Instead goes across. Now back out to the point. Long shot by Amon. There's a stick save by Dudley. Rebound Amon again at the right point. Kept it in. Now to Whitrock. Has Smith in front. He's double teamed, though, and ends up having the puck knocked away. Lloyd over there. Now it comes to Whitrock again. Trying to get it to Lee. Lee the shot, and he put it wide off the end boards, back of the net. Smith over there couldn't get the puck. Taken away by the Mohawks defense. And they do get it out to center ice. And after forward is Gunnar Hayes. He'll try and work in. Long shot off the shaft of the stick of Krugel and back the other way, trying to catch him in a line change. Here is Amon, and Angola's shot hit the side of the net in front, loose.
Yeah, goal!
Scores! Lane Whitrock. And it's 2-0.
Whitrock from Amon. Nice play, Amon. Got that breakaway on the lot of change.
Well,
Mason City was changing, and he went with it.
and just skated up.
Whitrock follows it very nicely.
So he
He
takes
puts
the
himself in
original
the right
shot,
position.
And as we talked about before, lots of rebounds, and this time it was
a nice pass, rebound. He went right to him. He made a nice pass.
I think he was actually going for Lee.
He might have been, yeah.
But Whitrock was right there too, and he was in actually a better position.
And Kaufman's out of the box now. He's back in action.
Well, that'll be a welcome addition to the Jets offense.
Absolutely.
2-0. 2:15 left to go here in the second period.
Oh.
Jets walking front. Shot by Krugel, and that was sticked aside.
Good save. I thought it was a nice save, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Off the stick of the goaltender. Peterson back the other way. Nice play by Amon to kind of poke it away from him, but then he put it right through the crease. Byer couldn't get a stick on it. Now here's Peterson again. He's been one of their best players. His shot went off Krugel and wide. Rebound comes loose in front. And the Jets take over, but they can't clear as Krugel had it poked away by Scott. Amon will go from behind his net. 93 seconds to go in the period. Krugel on left wing. Thompson into the zone. Now he'll work behind the net. Comes around on the far side, plays it back to the point, and a long shot Elam. And that hit traffic and ended up wide of the goal. Puck back of the net. A couple of players go down, and the puck comes loose. Brenneman sent it back to Pipe. Now off of Brenneman to Krugel in the corner. He avoids a check. We get a whistle. And I think a penalty's coming up on Scott. I'm not sure. I didn't really see what happened. I doubt you did either because it was in the corner.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
When I say you, I was talking to the viewers.
Oh.
Because in the corner it's kind of hard to see with the camera angle. So we'll have to just wait and hear what they call. Because I didn't see him give a signal.
He didn't put his hand up as soon as he.
Well, and when he went over there to the bench, he didn't give.
He must have given him a 10-minute because there's no penalty.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. That he must have either.
No, he put 2 minutes. Okay.
Maybe he said something. I don't know.
Yeah, he must have said something.
104. I couldn't hear a word.
It's kind of hard to hear up here.
Yeah.
We got headphones on too, so.
Well, I tried to pull them off there, but couldn't hear it. Anyway, power play for the Jets. Now, it was a 10-minute misconduct because they took the penalty off, and they're playing 5 aside. So I'm guessing he said something or did something.
Yeah,
said something or did something.
Yeah, he must have said something because he got a 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah. Some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct type situation. So it's not a power play. Here's Kaufman trying to work in on the pass from Krugel. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the period. Amon kept it in. Now pass toward the middle.
Try to go to Brennan.
Broken up by Carney, who got it into the Jets' end. Now Redmond back the other way. Nice little toe drag.
Nice little move by Chase.
As he works in.
Try to do a double one. That ain't going to do it again. Oh, that one went off the pipe.
On the outside of the pipe.
Yeah. I think it hit the goalie's shoulder and then the pipe.
Might have. Brenneman along the sideboards, and the Mohawks
that should be an icing. Now it's going to stop.
Yeah,
it's not going to
make it. So Ignatiev goes back for it with 5 seconds left to go. He'll play it out. Kaufman might have had a chance to shoot it from outside the zone, but didn't. And so the second period comes to a close, and the Jets with the only goals. 2-0 our score. After 2 periods here in Mason City at the Mason City Arena. 2-0 for Kansas City. We'll have some highlights for you, and the second period intermission coming up after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey on the Jets Hockey Network.
Woohoo! Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Woo-hoo! Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Woo-hoo! Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Woo-hoo! Now let's all say it together. Woo-hoo! It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Woo-hoo! Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo! So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. and bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo! This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com, where you'll always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center, and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler-Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler-Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler-Bortnick team, honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. Hey, if it's good enough for Jets assistant coach Radoslavilo to be part of the Kohler-Bortnick team, it's good enough for you. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, and Three Peaks Lawn Care. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to the Mason City Arena here in Mason City, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets with a 2-0 lead here in the second period intermission has taken on the Mason City Mohawks. We had no scoring in the first period of play, and actually for over half of the second period as well. The Jets finally got on the board on the power play, I believe, and let's see, just out of curiosity, 1, 2, 3, 4 white jerseys. So yeah, the Jets were on the power play. And the puck in the corner eventually going from behind the net, and it's Brody Lee with the shot. He eventually gets his own rebound right there. So that original shot hit the Mohawks defenseman Wellick in the leg right there. But it came right back to Lee. A bit of a bouncing puck. It wasn't flat, but he managed to get the shot on goal. And as you can see, Alec Dudley really didn't have a good bead on where the puck was because of that deflection. And the Jets had a 1-0 lead. It wasn't 5 minutes later. The Jets eventually will get their second goal, and this is pretty good effort by Amon, who eventually took the shot. It comes in front in Whitrock. So we'll watch it again. So he came into the zone on the left side, took the original shot, which was a pad save by Dudley, and he goes behind the net, but he gets his own rebound as well. And he sees, looks to me, I can't tell who he's looking at there, trying to look at his face, but I thought he was looking at Lee. But you got Lee and Whitrock both coming in, and he plays it in front, and it does go right to Whitrock. So he may have been actually looking for him. And Lane made no mistake getting it in past Dudley from point blank. And that's how we got ourselves to 2-0 here in the second period intermission. So you'll want to keep it here. After this contest, the Jets varsity team will have a chance to try and redeem themselves. If they can manage to build up a 3-goal lead in this game, I hope that they learn something from yesterday and figure out a way to hold on to it. In the meantime, I've got a story for you during this intermission. It is called Storm Morning, with all of the wintry mix we had. I thought that might be a fun one to do right now. When we come back, it will be the third period. Jets on top, 2-0 here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. Welcome to Theater of the Mind. In this Heartland memory, we'll go back to a sailboat about 3 decades ago and see what the world has to offer on storm morning. It's still dark when I open my eyes. The storm is over and the air is wet with the residual tang of ozone and humidity. Lara breathes quietly beside me. The bunk is completely still, no wind. Carefully, I rise not to wake my wife or disturb the people in the forward cabin, and ease quietly up on deck. I hate to miss dawn on the lake. Late yesterday afternoon, the storm arrived so suddenly, it and the radio's small craft warning came within 5 minutes of each other. Miles from the marina, we'd trimmed sail and run before it as the wind howled out of the west-northwest and turned the lake into chaos. The whitecaps crested at 4 to 5 feet, foam blowing from their tops in the 40-mile-per-hour wind. Lara and her sister took to the cabin, wedging their bodies crosswise in the bow. I crouched on deck in the cold rain and spray. My friend Bill, one heck of a sailor, stood at the wheel, drenched to the skin, and battled for our safety. The old 20-foot Chrysler was valiant, taking water over her bow, a bone in her teeth, her rigging singing in the wind, worthy of the struggle, and more. 10 years before, she'd won the Missouri Governor's Cup, and Bill had complete confidence in her, as I did in him. The wind rose even higher, the troughs deeper, rain and lake water chasing each other across the torn surface. Not another boat was in sight. We were in the thick of it. I was cold, wet, battered, frightened, miserable, and joyous. Bill, controlling the rudder with one hand and the boom with the other, grinned at me. "We got to find a cove," he shouted. "We can handle the wind, but not the lightning." His statement was prophetic. A searing bolt of electricity, miles long, flashed across the invisible horizon behind us. We tacked to port and ran for shore, heeled over hard, to tow boards and portholes underwater. An alarming sight for my wife and her sister as they held on below decks. When we reached the lee side of a tall rocky bluff, we raised keel and slid into a shallow cove sheltered from the storm. Safely beside cliffs 50 feet higher than our mast, we dropped anchor, celebrated our shelter, ate a late supper, and fell into the bunks. This morning, all is peace. Drinking barely warm tea directly from a thermos, I sit alone on deck and watch the dark fade. 30 feet behind me, the bluff is fronted by a narrow beach of rocks and driftwood that connects to a long, shallow finger of dirt and sand reaching out and disappearing into the lake 100 feet off the port side of the boat. Picking their dainty way to drink, a pair of deer materialize from the gloom and walk to the water's edge. Constantly checking the bluff and beach for danger, they ignore me. Trouble does not come from the water in their world. I am not a threat. The color of their coats and the color of the dawn are almost identical. If the deer stand still, they nearly disappear. Only when they move can I see them clearly. After a few moments, they tail twitch away, and the temperature and humidity combine correctly for mist to form on the lake. A fish disturbs the surface 100 feet out, not a splash, but a roll. The water is not broken, but displaced as something very large wakes up. A chill creeps along the back of my arms as a stone rattles down the face of the bluff, and I can hear unseen scurryings from above me. The tiniest riffle mars the surface of the water farther out on the lake and moves the low mist a bit, but closer in, it is a mirror in the growing light. In the distance, a meadowlark greets the day, and 3 turkeys come to drink at the base of the bluff. I freeze, but they, like the deer, ignore me. White bass begin to pop the surface here and there, trying for mayflies, and I wish for a rod and reel. Once in a while, with quick enough eyes, I catch a silver flash of fish in the splash. It is almost completely light, a perfect morning. A tiny finch flits out to the boat and lands 2 feet above me on the cable just below the limp telltale. He cocks his head, regarding me from black BB eyes before singing a bar or two and then darting away. Then I hear the gurgle. Around the point, leaving no wake, easing along just fast enough to make steerage way, comes a cabin cruiser, its throaty burble a marvelous counterpoint to the silence of the early morning. It is an antique of a boat, old, square, gleaming, white and teak, balanced ever so delicately upon its own reflection, shining silver and glowing wood, ancient and showroom new at the same time. From the flying bridge, its gray-haired skipper toasts me with his coffee cup from 60 feet. I return the gesture with my thermos, and he goes on his way at a walking pace. Looking up the bluff, I catch a glimpse of an eagle as Lara's voice floats out of the cabin. "Morning, hon. What you doing?" Nothing. Sometimes a lot can be accomplished while doing nothing. At least that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Glad you could stop by Theater of the Mind for a Heartland memory. Sorry about the popcorn.
Welcome back out to Mason City Arena. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. We're still a little ways away from the third period, but the players getting ready to hit the ice right now. And so the Jets with the 2-0 lead as we get to the third period of play, out-shooting the Mohawks 17-10 after 2 periods of play.
Yeah, 17-10 in shots, Joe. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I thought the JVs played well, especially having to kill 3 penalties.
Do you suppose there's any way that we could ask parents not to stand up in front of our camera?
Yeah, probably going to be kind of tough to do. Well, let's hope they sit down during the game. If not, we can ask them. Or just slide over if they're going to stand up.
There's nothing we can do as far as...
We can ask.
No, I mean as far as sliding. Oh, you mean for them to slide over?
Yeah. We can ask. I don't know if there's seats down there.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of seats.
So we can ask them.
So
just...
So the players back out on the ice. 15 minutes of hockey left to go, and then this is the varsity team.
Yeah.
So if they can somehow manage to get a 3-goal lead today, the varsity team.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll hang on.
We'll see how things change if they do.
When they were down there at 6:40 this morning, right? They're like, "Oh, so early." I go, maybe you guys needed to get up early. That was an embarrassment the last 3 minutes of that game.
I'm gonna say it's their punishment.
I go, you guys need to go watch film. You guys were so far out of position. Yeah, but guess how much they'll watch film? Not too much.
I don't know. They're the screen generation. They like.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah. Like I said, at least it was the first game of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it wasn't the game we needed to get in the tournament.
I was going to say, get it out of the way early. And they did get a point.
They got a point. There's good points and bad points. That was a bad point, even though it's a point.
Yep.
For Mason City, it was a great 2 points.
Well, the way it works in something like that is you can look at it as you either gained a point or you gave a point away.
Right.
And in that case, it was really us giving a point away.
It's more like more like 2 points away.
No, they gave a point away.
I'm saying we shouldn't have lost the game.
Right, but we still got a point. So instead of getting 2, we got 1. So we gave. But
it's a 4-point swing for them. They went from 0 points to 2.
Yeah, but we're not in competition with Mason City as far as.
Right.
I mean, they're not in our
You never
division
know.
or
Wow, they don't do divisions anymore.
Well, true.
Even though you have divisions, how you play, there's no divisions on how you make the playoffs. So.
True enough.
All right, let's see what we got here. Third period for the Jets.
Away we go. Ignatchev with the puck. Jets on top 2-0. Whitrock trying to work in on left wing. He'll play it behind the net. Lee there in the near side corner. And the puck in the corner again. Whitrock had that hop over his stick. Mohawks play it around to the far side, and they get it out to center ice. Comes to an open left wing. Ignatiev over there. He and Byer end up skating by the puck. Now Byer gets it and plays it in the middle. Well, if nothing else, we'll see if the JV team was paying attention during the varsity game with a 2-goal lead.
Right. No, 3-goal lead.
Well, I'm saying they have a 2-goal lead.
Right.
There's a shot by Whitrock and a good save by Dudley. 18th of the game for the Jets.
I got to give Mason City a lot of credit. They didn't give up yesterday. I mean, they were down 5-2 with 7:42 to go in the game.
Yeah.
And ended up tying it and actually ended up winning in a shootout. So, got to give them a lot of credit. They could have folded very easily, but they didn't.
But part of the problem as well, aside from taking a major penalty and some other stuff that the Jets ended up doing, was that, and this happens a lot when you end up with a 3-goal lead, you kind of change your style of play.
Right.
And then once you do, it can be really hard to get back.
Yeah.
So if you're, just trying to waste time or trying to get out of the, game or whatever, and granted it was late and they had a long bus ride and all the other stuff.
Right.
But still, like I said, that's what I'm talking about when I say hopefully the JV team was paying attention yesterday.
Yeah.
And hopefully they won't play this period the way that we played the third period in varsity yesterday.
Yeah, actually, the second period and first half of the third period, we played okay.
Right, but that was the thing. So when
it's a 3-period game.
Right, when it got to the point where we had that 3-goal lead,
right,
we kind of went down a notch, so to speak.
Take a shot at it, Brennan. Ooh, he didn't.
Brenneman's shot was
I don't think
wide.
the goalie even seen it.
Hard to say, although I think he knew it was going wide, and then
it could be
shot from a sharp angle, and that was saved and then covered up by Alec Dudley, who has played well today.
Yeah.
He ended up getting yanked yesterday.
Yeah, they had 11 skaters at one time. Now they're down to 10, so I don't know, they lost one other guy.
Yeah. Well, they still have a guy in the box. That's Scott, who is serving a misconduct. We never did find out what that misconduct was for, unless you did.
No. There's no point streak live, so you can't look.
And they, it would have just been unsportsmanlike conduct or misconduct.
Right, that's
or
what
something like that.
Yeah, that's all we would have known.
We wouldn't have known what he actually did. I know that the referee did have a conversation with Coach O'Handley of the Mohawks, or maybe one of the assistants. So I'm sure they know what happened. In the meantime, Redmond couldn't get it. Peterson trying to walk in. Peterson in on goal. A shot and he scores. Quentin Peterson, who has probably been their best player on JV both yesterday and today.
Yeah.
And makes it a 2-1 game. He and really Byer have been the two biggest.
Cross. You went cross, down low cross. But again, we've messed it up. You know what I mean?
But, again, you also would like to see a little bit more out of Amon there in terms of playing the body or something.
Right, exactly.
And so, excuse me, that's early on in the third period. It's back to being a 1-goal game. Certainly not what you want if you're the Jets.
Oh, it's not a 1-goal game no more.
I was just going to say, and we are tied.
He scored both their goals within a minute. Come on, Jets.
Well, and he had come close a few other times.
That's a defensive breakdown right there. 2 times in a row.
Let's just take it all the way from pretty much right off the face-off. Again, the Jets, a few times in the neutral zone, they have just been sloppy with the puck. And that one was knocked down, and again, just from straight away.
Well, Joe, we spoke too soon.
Yeah. Well, there's no danger of them getting complacent with a lead right now.
No.
As the Jets are going to need to get at least one more if they want to win this one.
Yeah. Well, could always be a tie and a shootout, Joe.
Yep.
JV goes to shootout now.
Yep. No overtime.
No overtime.
Lee in front tried for the redirection, couldn't. This has definitely been their best line of the game so far. Whitrock, Lee, and Smith. Ignatiev going for a skate in the neutral zone. Lee in the middle for Whitrock. He'll get in on the zone, at least on right wing. Into the corner, double team. Smith back of the net. He was checked. And the Mohawks able to get it out to center ice. Ignatiev again will go back for it in his own zone. Plays it out to center ice, got it past Byer, who tried to hit it out of midair, but now Lee, and that play is offsides as Smith couldn't wait
Cal, what are you doing?
to get into the zone. Well, he was trying to cheat in.
Why? He's way
well, he was trying to cheat in because he wanted to give a target for Brody to make it a 2-on-1 down low.
Right,
but yeah, I mean, you got to know that the linesman's literally right there with you. So, at any rate, neutralized face-off. The Jets at least do get a change out of it. Brenneman and Krugel along the sideboards. And Thompson lost it, but then plays it across, and Bloom.
Oh, Bloom off the glove. Off his glove. That was right there too.
Deflected. And
I think he just deflected off his glove. Yeah.
It did. So this time it was the Jets taking advantage, and Krugel did a good job here of fighting for the puck, got it, and then plays it across for Bloom there. Made a nice pass, and then Bloom just sort of teed it up with the little wrist shot, and like you said, it goes off the glove, but more importantly, it just went off the glove and then managed to go into the back of the net.
Yeah.
So the Jets get the lead back.
You see a lot of times they go off the glove.
Yeah, that they go wide or something, or over, or drop down. And boy,
oh, I missed it. I had my head
how
down.
about that? The Jets would do the same thing as the Mohawks.
And I didn't even see it. I missed it. I got to watch replay. I had my head down. I was looking at a text.
So here it is. This was right after the last goal.
That's Bloom right here scoring.
Yeah,
this
was the first goal. This was actually the replay of it, but let's. So here's the face-off, and they just go straight ahead with it, and right in on goal, and Kaufman scored. So it is 4-2. So how about that? 2-0. Then 2-2, and now 4-2.
That all in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
First 4 minutes of the third period. So we'll see what happens.
Is somebody going to stop him? He's the only one they got. He's going at it again.
Yep, and a shot right on, and Krugel makes the save this time.
It's hit. Peterson's only a freshman. He's a nice little player, 6'2".
Yeah.
160-pound freshman.
So, face off to the right of Camden Krugel. Comes out to the right point. It was kept in by Wellick. Now goes down low. Centering pass, Amon there. Had it in his skates, but does get it out to center ice. Back for it, Lloyd. And this play is offside.
Yeah, Arnold's offsides.
Well, it was one of those things. That was a tough one. That might technically not have been offsides because you could make the argument that it was the Mohawks who carried it back into their own zone.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
But the question is whether he really had possession there, and I would say probably not. Riggs trying to work in, never could get good possession of the puck, and Byer back the other way. He'll just dump it in, goes back of the net. And Amon trying to work ahead with it up the far boards. Now goes back of the net again, and Redmond plays it off the sideboards out toward the middle, but it's picked up by the Jets. And Woodworth work it in as Arnold.
Oh, just missed it.
And he put it wide of the net off the end boards, kept it at the point though by Amon. Now goes back to the net again.
It was a good try. It was a good shot. He had the right spot. He had the corner open. He just missed it.
Redmond kept it in at the right point. He'll play it back of the net. Nobody there for the Jets. Goes all the way into the corner, and the Mohawks will clear it out to center. Pointland up ahead. Redmond will send it in cross corner. Back for it, Wellick for the Mohawks. Now it comes near the line, but Redmond kept it in. And he tries to walk in on the backhand to the forehand. A shot right on and a save.
Oh, is it? Yes.
By Dudley. He had it in his body.
Yeah.
And managed to hang on. Almost slid into the net, though.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, he almost slid into the net.
Which is a goal.
Yeah. Well, if the puck goes with you, then it is. 9:03 to go, regulation time. Jets on top 4-2. Shots are 23-13 for Kansas City. Puck in the far corner, plays up the far boards, and now the Mohawks back out to center ice. Up ahead, trying to work in. Barragan Back of the net takes a hit from Pipe. And the Jets clear it out. Peterson along the far boards makes a move, does gain the zone. Bargain a shot, that gets through. And a stick save by Krugel. Now Lemke. And he lifted it and ended up going off of his stick and out. I don't think that went off of Parsons. So the faceoff will stay in the Jets' end. 8:25 left to go in regulation time. Both teams making changes. Whitrock line out for the Jets. Off the faceoff, played in the far corner, and it's picked up by Elam. He'll work in. Played it ahead for Whitrock. He was double teamed. They take the puck away from him and clear it down the ice. Let's see if they call this icing. They do.
Good call.
The only question was whether or not they were going to rule that Hunter could catch up to that.
Right.
Hard to say. He was not exactly what I would call full tilt. Off the face-off, the shot that hit traffic in front. Lee with it there, though. Lee in the corner. Makes a move. Turns the direction back and forth, and now it comes loose to Whitrock. All the way back out to the point. He was taken down. A bit of a high hit.
Yeah.
A bit of a cross-check, really, is what that was. But lost the puck. Comes back the other way. Krugel plays it to the corner. Now here's Lee with it. He just sends it down the ice. Knocked down by the Mohawks.
You must have thought Cal Smith was a little quicker.
Yeah, I guess so. Bloom with it. Oh, makes a move around one man, trying to work in. And Lloyd able to take it away from him. But it does go into the corner, and now the Mohawks send it into the Jets' end. Ignatiev back for it. And you'll back of the net. He'll stop and try and set things up for a breakout.
Ooh, thought he was going to do something silly there.
He was looking to make a pass, but didn't really have anybody to send it to. Lee will gain the line and dump it in. Kaufman after for it. Kaufman back of the net.
Oh, he had Krugel
coming in, and late.
Krugel still got it. No, couldn't get anything on it.
Well, he got the puck, but never could pull the trigger, really. Boy, looked like Alec Dudley got run into pretty hard by his own player.
Yeah.
He lost his stick, but he picks it back up. Seems like he's okay. Behind the play. 6.5 minutes left to go. Mohawk sharp angle shot goes behind the net and comes all the way out to center ice. Back forward is Lloyd. Sideboards ahead for Peterson. He had it poked away. Gets it back and plays it up on right wing. And he'll dump it in. That goes on goal. And Krugel will tee it up for Bloom. Up in the middle. Kaufman. He gains the zone, walks in front, a shot right on. Glove save by Dudley, and he was able to cradle
almost
it
the same
hang
shot
on.
he had after the faceoff, but that Dudley was able to get to, but that one he was.
Yeah, didn't go quite as wide.
Yeah. Whoops.
And so we will get a faceoff in the Mohawk end. Now back in the net, Woodworth trying to
try to go to Arnold, but
yep, Arnold was there, but the pass didn't get to him. It's kept in by Redmond. Now the Mohawks get it out to center ice. Redmond will chase after for it on right wing. He works into the zone. Try to make a move around one man. Did get past Carney, but couldn't maintain possession. Comes back out to the point. Riggs sends it ahead. Woodworth, now Arnold. They go into the corner. Woodworth trying to center it. Nobody there for the Jets, though. And the Mohawks take over and get it out to center. I'm on there. Plays it off the sideboards, went off the linesman. And boy, that was awfully close to being offsides.
Ooh.
It goes in on goal and almost eluded Krugel. Ends up going wide of the goal. Now Redmond with it. So the Jets do get it out to center, so they won't need to use their coach's challenge. And this one was offsides. And we get a whistle and a face-off. 5:12 to go in regulation time. Jets hanging on to a 2-goal lead. It was 2-0 when the period started. Now it's 4-2. Varsity contest comes up after this one, scheduled for 10:30. I would say it'll probably be pretty close to that. Although we'll go on the air after the anthem because we don't have a coach's conversation. We already heard from Coach Elo this morning. So it'll be a little bit of a later start for those of you who plan on tuning in than yesterday. Dumped in, steered wide of the goal by the Mohawk netminder. That one went right through the middle. Wood couldn't get a stick on it, and then Redmond a good job to keep it in, but only temporarily. Now trying to go ahead, 2-on-1, down low, and a shot and a score.
Oh, come on.
Bargain. Lamar Bargain makes it once again a one-goal game, 4-3. And that was...
so he's gotten beaten all 3 goals on the far side.
Yeah. So
they go across his body and gets beat. But
so
again,
right there, a good play by Redmond, but he gave it right to a Mohawk player, and then it led to a 2-on-1 because he was down.
Right.
And he ended up using Peterson as a decoy and takes the shot himself.
Right.
And like you said, going far side glove, and gives the Mohawks the 1-goal deficit once again at 4-3. 4.5 minutes left to go. Could we be seeing history repeat itself? We'll see.
You mean were they
blowing a lead and
no.
eventually go into a shootout?
Yeah. Well, we've already blown one. Let's hope we don't blow
saying.
2.
That's why I said.
Yeah.
History repeating itself from yesterday. So Pipe with the puck for the Jets. Goes for a skate in his own end. Comes out the far side. Lost the edge. Goes into the corner. Under 4 minutes to go. 2 players down in a heap. They come separated, and the puck gets out to center ice. Dumped back in. Delayed offsides. And Whitrock back for it for the Jets. He'll send it right wing for Lee. Brody Lee right through the middle of the ice. Now in on right wing with speed. And never did pull the trigger. Just pulls up to try and make a play. Got it back out, and a shot by Elam was off of a leg. Never did get through.
Going off of Whitrock's leg.
And Lee gets it back to the point. Now Elam again, another shot. That was blocked by Peterson. Puck goes into the far boards. Krugel over there. Back of the net. Lee. Then Krugel again. Now comes in front. Whitrock a shot, and he put it just wide of the goal. Then Elam winds up. I'm not sure why you would wind up from down there.
I don't get it either.
And then here's Lee back of the net. Jets are dangerous. They try and play it in front. That hit the back of the net. And then Wellick got it to the line, but not out. And finally, well,
better boy, Brennan.
Still can't get it out. Wellick goes back for it. Yeah, coming off the bench, did a good job.
Ooh, got him in the slot.
In front.
Oh, got deflected.
Yep, shot hit a leg again. Here's Kaufman with it. He'll work behind the net. He's checked. And Peterson comes away with it. Oh, but then Elam keeps it in.
He's got him down low. I missed him.
Well, he never did.
Ooh.
He never did get good control of the puck. But here's Kaufman with it back in the net. Once again, tried to go behind the goal, but you're just not going to go through the body of somebody else.
That should be icing.
Yeah, it is going to be icing with 2:15 left to go. And if nothing else, the Jets doing a good job here of keeping the puck in the other end. You don't give up a tying goal when the puck's all the way on the other side.
Right. Big line change here, so definitely Mohawks again with 10 skaters are really hanging in here.
Yeah.
Dudley's done a nice job.
And we'll see how long he stays in net. At 4-3 with 2:15 left to go, and a timeout's going to get called, it looks like.
Mason City looks calling one.
So we shall see. Well, again, with only 10 skaters, it's a good idea for nothing else just to give their team a little rest.
Yeah.
Not just the guys that are on the ice, but the other ones as well, because you never know. The last 2 minutes could bleed off while you're in this, you could end up with no whistles.
Right.
So they also probably want to have a conversation with their goaltender about when he's to come
Needs
off.
to come off, yeah.
All that other stuff. Coach Elo talking with the Jets about how they want to set up defensively, although, like we were saying before, the best defense, a good offense.
Yeah.
In a situation like this. So timeout is over. 2:15 on the clock.
Arnold, Riggs, and what out there?
Ignatjev and Bloom on defense.
Yep.
The Mohawks taking their time, getting out of the timeout. And as you might imagine, they get Quentin Peterson and Avery Beyer both out there on the ice.
Oh, absolutely.
For this last couple of minutes. Off the face-off, and Riggs trying to work in front. Puck ends up back in the net. They try to fight for it, and Woodward sent it in front. But that play was broken up and back the other way.
Body up.
And
body
here's
up.
Peterson trying to get around Ignatjev. He takes him hard into the boards. Puck along the far or near side boards. Now Peterson gets it back, centering it, but that went wide. Went off of something. Oh, the goaltender was halfway to the bench, and a long shot. Riggs, and he scores. Technically, unfortunately for Arnold or for Dudley,
right,
that is going to go down as his goal because he wasn't off the ice, but he was halfway to the bench and he had no chance to get back.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It'll cost him a goal against.
Yeah.
But
was it an empty net?
Yeah. It has the effect of an empty netter.
I think you might have went off one of our guys' skates.
Let's take a look here because this is Peterson back in the net. He had taken the hit, lost his stick, got it back, but then right here, I think it
went off of Bloom's.
No, I think either Bloom's skate or maybe the stick of Krugel.
Yeah, I might have went off the stick of Krugel. Yeah.
But it ends up going to Riggs, and with the goaltender halfway off, you'll see where he is there. He's trying to come back there.
Too late.
But yeah, and he made no mistake, got it right in the center of the net to give the Jets the 5-3 lead. So back to live action here. Dudley back in net for the time being anyway, as they haven't established possession. And it was one of those things where Peterson is shot and the puck near the top of the crease, but the Jets do clear it out. For Dudley's, in his defense, he was trying to head off as his team had possession of the puck.
Right.
But, they had it all the way in our zone, so you would think that was a good time for him to go, but it didn't end up working out.
It's off again. Icing.
And that goes wide in an icing call. 49.7 seconds left to go.
Couple more strides and take that shot, right, Joe?
Perhaps. Or just be a little more accurate.
If Hackerberry's the one yesterday, we don't get tied. He went a little wide on his shot.
So Whitrock out there with Lee, net empty to our right. And Lane will play it up the sideboards, and it comes out. Kaufman, he's got an empty net. He's with Lee. He takes the shot, and he scores. Well.
That'll do it.
Oh, yeah. I think it was done already, but so it's a good job here off the face-off of Lane Whitrock getting the draw and keeping it, and then a nice little job to poke it ahead.
When it's all set.
And he had the opportunity to play it across there for Brody. That would have been the unselfish thing to do, but he took the shot and made no mistake.
It's going to go down to maybe a 6-3 win, Joe, but it was a lot closer than that.
Yep. This is one of those times where
the score doesn't really show the game itself.
No.
And Dudley actually played a really good game.
Not at all. 20 seconds left to go. Jets have it back in the net. They center it, but it eluded the man in front, and so comes all the way back to the Jets' end, but we're down to 10 seconds left. And the Jets would have been good to clear it out of the zone. Amon couldn't do it. A late shot, and Krugel handles it, and that's going to do it. 27-18, the shots on goal. And the Jets with a pair of victories on opening weekend on the JV side, 6-3 the final. So, as it turns out, that second goal that we got in this period, when we eventually took back the lead and then scored again a few seconds later off the faceoff, turns out to be the game winner, interestingly enough. So, technically, that will be our play of the game. So this is the face-off after it says 2-2 on our scoreboard. It was actually 3-2 at this point. And Kaufman right off the face-off walks in and scores. And that's how we end up with the final 6-3 here from the Mason City Arena. So a good win overall. They end up getting 2 wins this weekend. For the
JV
Jets.
starting the season off pretty good. Now we can see if the varsity could bounce back from yesterday. This could be a big challenge for the varsity, what mindset they come into and how they play, especially if the Mohawks score maybe early and we get a little behind. How do they challenge that? So we'll see.
So probably roughly 25 minutes from now will be when we get back on the air for the varsity game. The final here for JV 6-3. Kansas City defeats Mason City. We'll wrap things up for this JV broadcast and the varsity game coming up pretty close to on time for their scheduled 10:30 start. We'll probably be on the air just a little shy of 10:30. Thanks for tuning in on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the board. Hello. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job. Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.